Allegheny Off-Road. Today we're going to teach you how to install your tree kickers. This specific one is for the RZR 1000 two-seater. One thing you need to note about the two-seater versus the four-seater is when you get your four-seat tree kicker, there'll be a broken section right here. You'll need to screw that together, and you'll need two people to tighten it down so everything lines up. Take note, this is a two-person installation. Alright, so the first thing you're going to want to do on these is use the necessary star bit to remove your bolts from the locations in your frame. Unfortunately, with a lot of these frames, the plastic doesn't line up with the holes, and getting the bolts back in once you install your tree kicker will be difficult. You got a couple of different ways you can handle this. You can either do what we're going to do and use a drill and a smaller drill bit to chatter out the hole, or you can use something like a Dremel or something along those lines to make the plastic hole bigger. Note though, you only want to drill out the plastic and do not drill out the threads in the frame. Alright, for the next part you're going to need to enlist the help of a friend. Today we have owner and CEO of Allegheny Off-Road, Al Loringer, helping us out. Don't mind the fact that we're all bundled up, the garage is pretty cold. So the next part of the installation, you'll have to look at your tree kicker and notice this large block on the back with bolt holes drilled through it. This goes on your frame underneath your rear wheel well. So once you've lined your block up with your frame, you want to take this and fit the studs on the framing into each of the holes along the body of your RZR. You want to start with your block as high as you can possibly get it. Line up your first hole and start your screw. And from there you can progress and line up each successive hole and put the screws in and then tighten them down. Once you've snugged down the first one, you want to line your peg up to the next hole. It's very important that these pegs stay fairly close to center alignment, because if you try to draw it in with your screw, you're going to strip out your hole. Now you may notice some resistance trying to get this peg to line up. To counter that resistance, you're going to want to pull up and lift up on your block, and that'll allow you some movement up and down to line your peg up. Once you get those pegs lined up, you want to snug this one, and then we're going to move on to this one. Again, this does take a little adjustment and a little bit of play to get them to line up appropriately. So to get our last hole to line up down there, we did have to pull this bar out a little bit to elongate it. It was a little bit off. Again, with these machines and manufacturing, you can only come so close to spec, especially if a machine's been used a lot. The last step of our installation is you have a little block that comes with your tree kicker. This goes on the back side of the frame with 4 1/4-20 socket head cap screws. You screw this block on the back of the frame, tighten her up, and you're ready to ride. We'd like to thank you for your purchase of the AOR tree kickers. We hope you really enjoy them when you're out riding. They'll give you many years of long life and protect your vehicle from large trees and rocks. And from all of us here at Allegheny Off-Road, happy riding.